Hello class, this is a video tutorial on converting from scientific notation to decimals, or commonly known as just ordinary numbers. Let me focus in here a little bit. Now, when it comes to converting these, I do it in a two-step process that makes it much easier. I'm going to demonstrate it to you right here, right now. Here we go. So when it's straightforward like this, large numbers, all this means it's with a 6 with 5 zeros behind it. It's 10 to the power of 5, so we will have 5 zeros behind it. So we're going to write this as 6, and we can just count how many zeros we have behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just to make this a little bit neater, counting from the right, I put a little apostrophe on every 3 numbers. So this is 600,000. Once again, here we have, this is going to be 7 with 7 zeros behind it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And just to make this a lot easier, we can count every 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to become 70. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 70 million. Similarly, this one here will have 4 with 11 zeros. It's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not properly done. So every 3 zeros from the right. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's how we properly will write it. So it's going to be 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's that set there, one set. So that's 400, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is, oh, I don't even know what that is, 400 trillion? Okay, let's keep moving along. It gets a little bit trickier now when you have decimal places in between. How I like to work with these ones is actually first I move the decimal places and subtract how many spaces I moved. By that I mean I'm going to make this number 3.94 into 394, which means I must have moved this decimal place 2 spaces. So 1, 2. Since I moved it 2 spaces, that must mean this will be 10 to the power of 6, but since I subtracted 2 zeros, it'll be 10 to the power of 4, which means this will be 394 with 4 zeros behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just to fix it up, we can group them into 3s. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 3,940,000. Once again, I'll demonstrate this one more time. Moving the decimal place 1 space over. 52 times 10 to the power of, well, since I moved it 1 over, it's going to be 10 to the power of 8, which means going to be 52 with 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And fixing this up every 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is 5 trillion. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Demonstrating this one more time. Moving first the decimal place 2 spaces, so it's going to be 836 times 10. Since I moved it 2 spaces, this is now going to be 8, which means this is 836 with 8 zeros behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just fixing it up every 3 zeros. we can easily write this as 83. I don't even know what number that is anymore. It's a large number. Let's move along. Here we go. Now, when it comes to small values, when it's -3 as the power of 10, we're moving the decimal place to the left, so it's in the other direction. The way I like to think of this, to make it much easier, whatever number it is, it's 3. Since it's 3, this will be 0 point with 2 numbers in front of it. So if there's a number of 3, there will be 2 zeros in front of the 5. Or 3 if you want to count this one here. So 1, 2, 3. Same with this one. We can just merely treat this as a 7 with 4 zeros in front of it. So it's going to be 1 point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we have it. Same goes for this one. This is going to be a 9 with 6 zeros in front of it. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 9. There we go. Moving right along. For the next example, these get slightly trickier, although it shouldn't trick you too much. We merely take this value and ignore everything behind it. So this is going to be a 3 with 6 zeros behind it. So it's going to be 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to include the 3, 5, and the 1. 3, 5, 1. Demonstrating again. This will have 7 zeros in front of the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 6. And lastly, here we go. This is going to be a 5 with 9 zeros in front of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 0, 1. I hope this gave you an insight into how to convert from scientific notation to ordinary numbers. Best of luck!